Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mikal Bridges, you are a New York Knick. We've got breaking news, as I'm sure everybody knows. The New York Knicks have done it. The Nova Knicks are stronger than they will ever be. Mikal Bridges, the former Brooklyn Net, going to play for their arch rival, the New York Knicks. Out of nowhere. There was a report yesterday that the New York Knicks had checked in on Mikal Bridges. And look, this has been an amazing night. It's already been crazy. My phone's been going crazy. I'm sure all of you are over the top. Oh my goodness. I was almost asleep getting ready for the NBA draft tomorrow. My phone starts buzzing. Mikal Bridges, you are a New York Knick, baby. Oh my Lord. Already 1,000 people in the building. Bunch of real ones as always. That's why you subscribe to the channel though. When Knicks news happens, we come in and get you guys the news. I am just as shocked as all of you are, I am sure. And look, it doesn't come cheap. And I think I've said it a couple of times in these Bridges videos, which is why we always talk about this stuff. If the New York Knicks were going to trade for Bridges, if they were going to execute the first trade in Knicks and Nets history in over 40 years, it was going to be because the New York Knicks were going to overpay. And they always had that money. Not that money burns a hole in your pocket, but they had that currency to overpay. We showed you the graphic a million times. 11 first-round picks, 8 tradable first-round picks. The time was now for the New York Knicks to make a move, and they go out and do it in dramatic fashion, finding a way to not only pair up Bridges, Brunson, DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart once again, they hold on to Julius Randle. Hopefully they re-sign OG Anunoby. Hopefully they bring back Isaiah Hartenstein. And they still have Deuce McBride. And they still have Mitchell Robinson. This addition signals to me that the New York Knicks have realized that their window to win a championship is now. It is their time to compete in the Eastern Conference. And when you add someone like Bridges, who we've seen in the past be a 26-point per game guy after being traded from the Phoenix Suns to the Brooklyn Nets, your team immediately gets better. But so often on this channel, we talk about fit and the ability to complement each other as teammates and make each other better. This is the ultimate trade for that. Got my guy Patrick Seepman in here. Seeps, we've been building up to this moment for quite some time. It doesn't feel real. I'm a fan just like everybody else, and it's incredible, man.
I don't know if it was just late night or, the draft coming up tomorrow, but I still feel like I'm dreaming right now. I can't believe they pulled it off. And the Nova Knicks, the Villanova fan base has to be converted at this point to all Knicks fans, but what a move.
What do you think Jay Wright's thinking right now? Another one.
He's probably trying to get a spot on the team. He wants to get on the roster.
He is a Sixers fan, but I don't know how you don't root for the New York Knicks if you're him. I know there's a lot of people that are going to say, Marshall, you overpaid. The Knicks paid way too much for Bridges. He's not a piece that puts you over the top. And look, everyone's going to have their reactions, and I'll have plenty of those on today's live show. I actually believe that this puts you as close to the Boston Celtics as any other team in the NBA right now.
And now you got two guys to deal with their, two guys. OG, Bridges, they're going to be able to go man-to-man, toe-to-toe, at least hold their own a little bit against Tatum and Brown.
A lot of people are wondering if this means that the Knicks are not going to be able to re-sign OG Anunoby, or they're not going to be able to re-sign Isaiah Hartenstein. Reports are coming out that their intents are still to pursue both those players and have both them put pen to paper and return to the New York Knicks. Just sounds like it may be a little bit more challenging the way that the salary stacks up right now. Ian Begley of SNY saying New York Knicks free agent center Isaiah Hartenstein is expected to be a top target for several opposing teams in free agency. With the offers that Hartenstein is expected to command on an open market, it's become increasingly unlikely that the New York Knicks will be able to retain Hartenstein per sources. So once again, Jake Fisher told us earlier in the week that it was expected that Hartenstein was going to resign. Fisher sounds like Someone's got to be wrong here. Like Fisher and Begley both can't be right here.
I'll tell you what, now the Knicks also have a better case to Hartenstein of taking a discount from another team. You're like, hey, we're clearly going all in on this year. We believe in this core, and you can send them another message by obviously going all in on Bridges.
Because if you're Isaiah Hartenstein, I know maybe the Oklahoma City Thunder are a team that's interested in you. There's just not a lot of teams that have the available cap space that are championship-level contenders to sign him. Thunder, one of few. If you're the Knicks, look, most you can offer is 4 for $72.
Yep.
Probably a low ball at this point for Hartenstein, which is unfortunate. But like you said, you sell him on, you have an actual chance to win a title here. And maybe it's a shorter deal, a 2-year, 430 or something like that.
He already has a defined role with the Knicks. You don't know it's a guarantee he goes to the Thunder, and, he's making as big of an impact as he is in New York, in Oklahoma City. So I could see them throwing him 2 for $60 if they really want to go all in on him. But we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But you make a better case to him.
Tough to tell someone to turn down tens of millions of dollars for selfish reasons as fans. But, man, I would love to see a starting lineup of Brunson, Bridges, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, and Isaiah Hartenstein with Deuce McBride, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench. I mean, I just say that out loud. It sounds like an unreal team. You talk about top 9, top-end talent. I'm not sure there's a better team out there with 9 better players than that. And it's not official that the Knicks are going to re-sign OG Anunoby. I believe it's going to happen. The latest from Begley here says he has been told that the Knicks trade for Bridges does not change their hope that they can re-sign free agent OG Anunoby. That remains a priority for the club. A lot of smoke has been going out or going on about will the Knicks re-sign Anunoby, what's going to go on there. I know that you could probably look at this trade 2 ways here, Seeps. So the Knicks made this trade because they are now going to go all in because they know Anunoby is going back, or they're making this trade because maybe they're unsure if Anunoby is returning.
I mean, it could just be insurance too, but I mean, it could also be both things. It doesn't have to be one thing is right, but I'm assuming they still get this done, man, right? I mean,
I don't see how they don't get it done at this point. Like, you've already got in bed with OG Anunoby. Like, once you trade RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley, you knew that it was probably going to be a little bit challenging to re-sign him in free agency. But at this point, you can't lose him for nothing. I don't think there's a number at this point, Seeps, that would come out and I'd be like, that's an overpay. Like, I'd rather have him for more money that he's probably worth than not have him at all.
And also with OG, like, this is something where it's like, it doesn't mean everything, but it doesn't mean nothing. Was him coming back in Game 7 and just putting his body on the line in a contract year. Like, I think that maybe it speaks a little bit to what he thinks of the rest of the guys in that locker room. So even if another team can give him a couple more $1 million per year, I still think he'll lean New York.
And like the Knicks give him the most money. 4 for $181, I believe, is what other teams can offer him. The Knicks can go up to almost 5 years, like $250. So if they want him bad enough, they'll get it done. Mikal Bridges, it's been Bridges and Josh Hart chirping each other for a while on social media now. He says this is crazy.
Can you imagine being one of those 4? Just what you're feeling right now, you're like, you're getting the college guys back together. You won a national championship, and now you get to do it, hopefully on the greatest stage.
Oh,
in the
my
NBA Finals.
It's truly incredible.
It's incredible.
We got 2,200 people in the building. If you haven't yet, please hit that thumbs up icon. Easiest way to support the show is by liking the video. Let's make this the #1 stream on YouTube today. We're going to break this trade down from every single angle. We'll be live as long as people want us to be live. So if you do, hit that thumbs up icon. And if you have liked the video, drop a real one for me in the comments section. I want to know where the real ones are at. My guy Tony for NJ, my man, good to see you. Coming in with a $20 super chat. I appreciate you, man. He says, we effing did it. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks.
Let's go.
Let's go, Knicks. I've probably done 20 videos on Bridges being a Knick, and there was never really a point in any of those where I actually thought this was all that possible. I remember Bill Simmons predicted it would happen and that the Knicks would overpay. Bill Simmons was right on that one finally. Wow. But I remember reacting to that video, and I said, if this were to happen, I would be shocked. And I'm effing shocked.
You know what I'm curious with this whole thing? What were the other offers for the Brooklyn Nets? Because we saw it after the Caruso-Giddey trade.
Did you see the tweet I sent you?
The Knicks got involved.
The Knicks were trying to trade for Caruso. How quickly did this swing?
Exactly. Like, this had to have come together in the last 48 hours. I'm curious to see what other offers Bridges had out there. We heard the Rockets. I'm sure they probably offered maybe number 3 of this year and a whole lot. But, hey, Knicks get it done.
Bojan Bogdanovic, 4 unprotected first-round picks. The first-round pick that you own from the Milwaukee Bucks. So you give up 5, you had 11, you still got 6 over the next 7 years, and 2 of them coming tomorrow night. My energy for the draft has picked up, obviously, because of this. I think you make all 3 picks. Especially if you're replacing Isaiah Hartenstein, you need to make one of those picks tomorrow as a big man.
I think about that called what the Knicks are doing tomorrow. I think they're trading up for somebody.
Trading up to go get someone?
All 3 of those picks, because you have 9 guys. Like, clearly they're viewing this as a window. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe they could be saying we got 3 chances to get some developmental guys. But I could see the Knicks targeting like that 15 to 20 range. Maybe you package both first and 38, and you go get up there. But Rich Robinson in the chat throwing out Zach Edey. Like, I don't think this is the last move the Knicks make before they pick at pick 24 tomorrow night. Bold prediction. Maybe it's just, you're living off the juice of the trade, but I just can't see them putting 3 new players on their
Well, you're already
roster.
9 deep if you bring back Hartenstein and, of course.
So let's just call it 8 if you lose Hartenstein, bring back OG. Maybe they're hoping Jericho steps up. Maybe they draft one of those bigs as well.
We've heard that Mitchell Robinson has been in trade talks the last couple of weeks, so look, am I going to be shocked if Leon Rose makes another move? No, absolutely not. He's turned up the aggression. He's also I know there's some people out there that think it's a bad trade. Knicks overpaid. I'm ready to stand on this one like we did with the OG Anunoby trade, like we did with the Jalen Brunson contract, like we did with Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. The Knicks, they robbed them blind. I am sorry. Yeah. They robbed them blind. They gave up $20 million in salary. They didn't give up any player on their team. Yes, they gave up first-round picks, but that has been the plan all along for the New York Knicks to stockpile these first-round picks. And the fact that you're able to add an all-star caliber player that already has great chemistry with this team, and you don't give up any talent.
You think about what the Nets have turned Kevin Durant into now, the amount of picks that they got for him, plus Bridges, and then also now how many they got for him. I mean, I think it's a great trade for both teams. Obviously, if you're the Nets, you're hoping you're getting a player. It's just 2 teams going in 2 different directions.
If all works out right here, the Knicks just gave up 4 picks inside the 20s for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah. Those aren't going to be good picks.
And everyone told me that we had fake. I know we didn't trade. We only traded one of the fake first-round picks. But you still, it's not like you traded everything. You kept Deuce. You kept Mitch. You could make another move as well, like a big move if you wanted to. Incredible. Lot to talk about. Ghost Rider, my man with a $20 super chat. What's up, bro? Marsh, we getting the chip, bro. Getting the chip. Oh, man. I mean, let's see what happens tomorrow.
There's
a long off season. Yeah. I'll tell you this much. Other teams are now saying, we need to make a move.
Oh, Sixers,
no. The
Sixers
now may offer OG Anunoby a 4-year max.
I can see it.
If you're the Knicks, you better be willing to pay him that.
Yep.
You cannot cheap out on OG Anunoby right now.
The Bucks, I could see them maybe getting aggressive.
Because if you trade for Bridges and you're likely to lose Hartenstein and you don't bring back Anunoby, I would say you got worse this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
So
this is not like – it's not a not take a victory lap moment. This is a great trade, but this is the first one. Like, this has to be –
there needs to be 2 other moves that need to be made.
Yes, 100%.
OG needs to be one of them. Obviously, we want Hartenstein back. Crazy. As we got a 3-point goal, James Yoder. Bang! James Yoder, my man. He said, I had Kai Soto, and it's at least 3 banners in MSG.
Hey, Kai Soto, good size. Can spread the floor.
I am dead. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Mikal Bridges is a Knick.
That's crazy.
Mikal Bridges is a Knick. Wow. Wow. I'm speechless. As my man, Ayo, John Dottie, he says, Nova Knicks. Let's go, Cats. Sign Lowry to the bench and John Thotty to the Westchester Knicks to complete it. On a serious note, though, what does this mean for a Mitchell Robinson trade? I mean, look, there's so many ways to digest this. Like, I think if the Knicks believed that they could re-sign Hartenstein and they could re-sign OG, you just run it back with Mitch as the big man.
Yeah.
But maybe if you think you're losing Hartenstein and you don't want to depend on Mitch as that center due to that injury history, maybe you trade him for a center. Maybe you trade up for, like, I don't know necessarily if this has any repercussion on a Mitch trade. We had heard the Knicks were looking at Mitch as a trade piece. They've done it for 3 straight summers now. They did it in the Donovan Mitchell trade. They offered him in a Paul George trade last summer. And once again, they've offered him in trades. I think Leon Rose is going to continue to look for ways to improve this roster.
Yep.
Like, I tweeted this out the other day, and I'm so glad that the Knicks made a move because I think it somewhat validates this, as Josh Hart just posted a picture of Brunson, Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart all on FaceTime.
Really?
Oh, my God. Brunson, DiVincenzo, Hart. And I'm going to slack you the image URL.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Mikal Bridges is a
What
Knick.
do you, like, if you were one of those guys, this has to be one of the greatest
This is a
feelings in the
storybook
world. Like,
moment for them. Best friends since college. And they've had their history. They've had their ups and downs. Wow. John Thotty, I think Leon Rose is going to continue to look for ways to improve this roster. I tweeted it out yesterday. I said, you can't be content with where you're at. Your moment and your window to win in professional sports is never as wide as you really believe that it is. Look at the Boston Celtics. They lost in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals in 2023. They were right there, closer than the New York Knicks were right now. And what did they do? They go out and they trade the heart and soul of their team in Marcus Smart, and they find a way to add Kristaps Porzingis. And you know what? They don't sit on that, Seeps. They say, what? Drew Holiday becomes available? We'll give up 2 first-round picks. We'll also give up Malcolm Brogdon. So you trade the 6th man of the year. You trade a young athletic defender that you're high on in Robert Williams, as well as moving on from Marcus Smart. When you have a chance to go all in to make yourself a championship team, you do it. And this is the type of move that I think warrants everything you gave up, because you actually have a chance. The Knicks have a better chance than they've had since Patrick Ewing was a Knick to win a championship right now. They've never had a better chance than they do right now.
You know what's a thought on? First off,
this is ridiculous.
This is insane.
This is ridiculous.
This is awesome.
Brunson, DiVincenzo, Bridges, and Josh Hart all on FaceTime. Look at Josh Hart cheesing in the corner.
So who's the alpha out of this group? Is it still Hart, you think?
I think it is Hart.
I think it is Hart.
Because, like, Brunson, like, you just watch on the podcast and the way that they interact.
It's more of Hart's kind of the leader of the pack.
Because he's the oldest out of all of them.
I mean, what are these guys saying?
And they always talk about on the podcast that Hart used to kind of rough up Bridges a little bit, and we know the fight that him and DiVincenzo got in. I mean,
these guys are probably texting and calling Leon Rose right now. Just thank you so much for this opportunity.
What's Tibbs doing right now?
Oh,
what is Tom Thibodeau doing right now?
More of a luau dang is Bridges.
Wow.
Man. What a great feeling for those guys.
Someone said it. Go get Kyle Lowry. If he wants to come join this team on the veteran minimum, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely, I'll take Kyle Lowry.
Or if Chris Paul gets
snipped, last time I said Chris Paul on this show, people hated it.
Well,
I'd take Chris Paul for the vet minimum. Easy right now.
Yeah, easy. Like, you know what, a thought I just had? You look back on Leon Rose, just from what he took this roster to where it is now, it has been surgical. Truly has been surgical. And you have seen every move through.
And it's been quite the recovery, because that first off season where he overpaid for Evan Fournier, major reaction to the Hawks series. You go out and you make a move for Kemba. Since then, he really hasn't missed. Bogey, I can't even say, like, at the time I understood the Bogey trade. I thought they mismanaged the asset of Quentin Grimes. But the fact you were able to turn that into Mikal Bridges, that's a win. Did you pay a lot? Yeah. You got to pay to play.
Yes.
You got to pay to play.
And honestly, if it's Grimes in this deal for Bridges, still gets it done. Like,
Yep.
Obviously, maybe you don't have to give up an extra first or whatever it may be.
Scared money don't make money. Boston Celtics lost in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals last year, traded 3 rotation players, and then they won the chip.
It's also been patient, make a couple moves here, and then it's like, we're here, we're going all in. It's been great.
Another thing I love about Bridges, and you know what? Knocking on wood here, he hasn't missed a game since high school.
That's awesome.
He hasn't missed a game since high school. He's just available.
He's available.
He's a damn good hooper. My man J10. Oh, he says we overpaid, which is okay unless we don't keep OG. Essentially gave up quickly RJ 5 first-round picks for Bridges. Debate on this deal is pending on OG. Okay, 100% agree. But what if I told you this, Patrick Seaman? You turn RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, 5 first-round picks to Bridges and OG and Anunoby. That's maybe the best trade of all time.
Yeah, you're taking that in a heartbeat.
I mean, that is 100% agree with everything you said, J10. If you're able to re-sign OG, great trade.
And you also set the expectation now around that locker room and the organization that you're going to go try and win a championship. Like, they're talking about themselves as a championship team. That matters so much. Just going the day, like they think they are top dogs in the Eastern Conference now. Obviously, Boston won last year, but that's going to be the expectation. Around that locker room, Tibbs is going to set that in. This is all in move.
Wow.
And high expectations result in good, hopefully good playoff performances.
2,500 people watching. If you could, please hit that thumbs up icon for me. Let's get up to 1,000 likes. I mean, 2,500 people watching. We should be at 1,000 likes. Please do so. Let's just jump into the cut here.
Yeah.
Let's break this down from all angles as I try to put all my thoughts out here. For everybody that's super chatted, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're going to pop every single super chat that comes in up on screen. We'll talk about it. If you guys want to party, we can party. I'm just freaking excited. This ain't Torrey Murray. This ain't your Tony Douglas Knicks team. This ain't Chris Duhon hitting deep threes thinking that you got a real point guard finally. This isn't David Lee as our all-star New York Knicks. This isn't, whoa, we traded for Tracy McGrady and he had a crazy game in his first game here. Nah, this isn't those Knicks. I thought, it was a couple of weeks ago, Patrick Seatman on the show said, I think Knicks fans need to understand who you are. You are one of 3 teams in the last 2 years to get to the second round of the playoffs. You are on the brink of being a championship contender year in and year out. You need to make moves that make you someone that is looked at not only by others, but in that locker room at yourselves as legit NBA Finals contenders, and that's the type of move you just made. Wow, wow, wow. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you could hit that thumbs up icon, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh my gosh. Mikal Bridges, you are a New York Knick. Wow. Breaking news. The New York Knicks have done it. They made a trade with the Brooklyn Nets. The first time the Nets and the Knicks have made a trade in over 40 years to add the final piece to the Nova Knicks. Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart. Did you overpay? You know what? I'll let all of you decide that. You had the ability to get this deal done, and I think it is a major, major win for the Knicks. One, you get the best player in the deal. And I would say 90% of the time when that happens, you're the winner of the deal. You also didn't give up any young players. You didn't give up Deuce McBride. You didn't give up Mitchell Robinson. You didn't give up any of these players that are now going to be major pieces in this rotation. Did you give up 4 unprotected first-round picks? Yeah. Hopefully you're a team that's competing year in and year out for the number 1 seed in the East, and you give them picks that are later than 20 in the NBA draft. You give up a 2025 protected first-round pick that comes over from the Milwaukee Bucks. You have an unprotected swap in 2028 and a second-round pick. You had 11 tradable first-round picks. You built up all this currency to go and make a deal like this, and you still got pick 24, 25, and 38 tomorrow in the NBA draft, an opportunity to add 3 players that you can develop alongside this core. And we're going to be live tomorrow, and we're always going to be breaking down everything New York Knicks. So if you love the Knicks and you're looking for free, informative, entertaining coverage, subscribe to the channel. We're live tomorrow for round 1 and round 2, so subscribe and turn your notifications on. You look at what Bridges did from 2020 to 2023. This does not include his season from last year, but I do want to focus in on the jump that he made from when he was traded to Phoenix, from Phoenix to Brooklyn. He was asked to be more of a scorer, and he did that, and he maintained great efficiency, up to 26 points per game, almost 3 assists, shot almost 50% from the deck, and nearly 40% from 3. Didn't play all that great this year. The numbers, they kind of fell off a little bit. But I think that he can return to a role that actually fits him a little bit better, where it is he's not asked to be the engine to the offense. He's not asked to look to ISO and pull up from the mid-range every single time. He's just asked to be a complimentary player and just make smart, winning basketball plays. He has the chemistry, obviously, with the Nova Knicks, but most importantly, the Knicks add another wing to this team at 6'6" that can defend multiple positions and is an elite three-point shooter. On catch-and-shoot threes last year, Bridges knocked it down at 38.5%, an elite number. You had another guy that's going to space the floor for Brunson. We haven't even talked about how you got to keep Julius Randle. You have 3 guys now on your roster that can efficiently go get you 25 any single night, and we saw Donte DiVincenzo give you 40 in a Game 7. This offense is going to be unreal. It's incredible. Another guy that's an unbelievable corner threat as well. From the left corner in 2022, Bridges shot 48%. He shot 39 there last year. So you have now Anunoby, DiVincenzo, Bridges that are elite corner three-point shooters. That's how you win in this league, being able to knock it down from deep consistently. And I think you might just have the best starting 5 in the league, if not the best, the second best. I'll give that to the Boston Celtics. They have earned that. But I'll go toe-to-toe with this team. It includes Jalen Brunson at the 1. I think this will be your starting lineup if you're able to bring back Bridges and Hartenstein. We'll talk about them in a little bit. But if you go Bridges, Brunson, Anunoby, Randle, and Hartenstein on the starting 5, and then you go Donte DiVincenzo, Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson off the bench, you're a legit 9-deep team and 3 picks tomorrow. And an opportunity to continue to add people in free agency via some exceptions and veteran minimum contracts. Would not be so shocked if some team players like Kyle Lowry want to come join this team. What a moment for these 4, though. What a moment, man. From college teammates, movies are made of. I mean, it is. This is incredible. This is what movies are made. Like, it's the Nova Knicks, man. The Nova Knicks. You can never have too many Nova Knicks. Grade the trade. Grade the trade. A, B, C, D, or F. I want to hear from you in the comments section. Grade the trade. 5 first-round picks to Brooklyn for Mikal Bridges. Ian Begley kind of giving us an update on the whole entire New York Knicks organization as we move throughout the offseason. Free agency about a week away. The draft tomorrow. Begley, with the latest on Hartenstein, says he is expected to be a top target for several opposing teams in free agency. With the offers that Hartenstein is expected to command on an open market, it's become increasingly unlikely that the New York Knicks will be able to retain Hartenstein, per SNY sources. Look, it would be very, very upsetting if the Knicks are unable to bring him back. They can only offer him so much money, 4 years, $72.5 million. Can you sell him on the fact that you have an honest shot to win the NBA title? Maybe the Oklahoma City Thunder can do the exact same. But, man, if you're not able to bring back Hartenstein, that's a major blow, and I think another move would have to come from this ball club. The latest on Anunoby as well, as I know people are wondering, Marsh, since the Knicks traded for Bridges, what does this mean for Anunoby? Begley with this says, he was told that the Knicks trade for Bridges does not change their hope that they can re-sign free agent OG Anunoby. That remains a priority for the club and absolutely should be. Yes, this could technically be called insurance, but I think this is we only make this trade if we're bringing back Anunoby. we want to have two players on the wing next to Jalen Brunson and Bridges and Anunoby. I think they get it done. I think they're going to – Knicks can offer the most money. There's no number that can come out that says it's too high right now for Anunoby. I'd rather bring him back and have to spend a little bit more cheese than I'd want to than have him go play for the Sixers, because that would be really, really good. Mikal Bridges on Twitter. This is crazy. This is crazy. It truly, truly is. I mean, we've talked about this for a long time, and I'm sure that Jalen Brunson and Bridges and Hart and DiVincenzo have talked about it for a long time. Imagine, like, you're Rick Brunson. You have your dad on, like, it's truly a fairy tale type of thing, and you got to go win, though. Like, that's all fun. That's all cool to talk about. You got to go win, though. You got to go win, and this team is equipped with enough talent to compete against the best teams in this league, and it's going to be for a couple of years, as Bridges is under contract coming up this year at $23 million, and then in 2025, 2026 at $25 million. So you have this upcoming year, and you have next year, and then you've got to evaluate the extensions for Bridges, for Brunson, for Randall. These next 2 years is the time for the New York Knicks to strike while the iron is hot. Could another deal be coming? I could see it. Could a draft day trade happen where they move up? Probably. Do they want to add 3 rookies? Do they want to package these picks to move up? There's a number of things that the New York Knicks could do. And that's why they're able to pull off deals like this, because they've positioned themselves in a successful spot. Look, I know there's people going to say you overpaid. I'll never forget, I told you guys it was going to cost this much in a trade. Everyone said, Marshall, you always put too much in your trades. You always put too much in your trades, Marshall. Well, this is why. This is why. It was a lot. It is. But you've got a damn good basketball team, man. They're going to be a lot of fun to watch. Let's go Knicks! Mikal Bridges, you are a New York Knick. Make sure you are following me over on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at @MarshallGreen_. What a day. What a day. The New York Knicks. They did it again. They did it again. Let's go. Strong Island Bomber. What's up? He says, now we have to keep Randall and OG and iHeart. Really? That's brutal. That's brutal, man. That's about as unfortunate as it gets. Yeah. Well, Randall's going to be on the team. He's under contract. Like, that's fine. I think he's under contract for this year and next year. iHeart, on the other hand, I don't know. I had thought up to this point that the New York Knicks were the favorite to bring him back. But, I mean, just this week, Jake Fisher said it's expected to be done.
I honestly think it's a 2-team race. It's either the Knicks or the Thunder. I don't think any other team can offer him an opportunity to win a championship besides those two. So it's just going to come down to, what does he value? Does he value that extra $8-10 million he could possibly get with OKC?
Ian Begley says Mikal Bridges' side made it clear to the Nets he wanted to be a Knick. He kind of initiated this a little bit. I love that. I love that. He wanted to be here.
I'm sure once they just presented that idea to him, he was like, yeah, 100% I'd be in on that. All right, I know there's not a lot out there. If you're a Nets fan, I'm sorry. This has to, like...
You have to go watch him go play right across the road.
Oh, my gosh. It's like you're married to somebody and they divorce you and they marry your neighbor.
Marry your neighbor. Oh, my gosh.
Unfortunate, we did lose a lot of the Super Chats and the cuts. We'll still read them all out, but all the new ones are coming in. Just want to give you guys a heads up. Unfortunate, appreciate it, but we'll still read a lot of these out.
Wow. OM 1995 TV. Thank you, my friend. Says, well, not a big fan of the Bridges trade, but I hope he adapts quick with our Nova Knicks. By the way, bye-bye to PG-13 with this trade, and let's keep OG. Yeah, and I hope everyone is happy that we made this trade instead of the Paul George one.
Yeah, 100%. I just can't shake this thought of, like, if you're Philly right now, You have to be
I'm
going
offering OG the max. 4 years, $181 million if I'm the Sixers.
100%.
Put the ball in the Knicks court.
And then
Knicks match it. Or go 5 years with a little bit lower average annual value and more guarantees. Like, of the moves that were available this summer, my perfect offseason. My perfect offseason was trading for Mikal Bridges.
Dude, we've been talking about this for... The thing is, we've been talking about it. Like, we always said this would be great, but I never thought we gave it our full effort of thinking about it because we never actually thought the Nets would have agreed to send him down the block to the New York Knicks.
Are they like, thank you. Thank you.
Seriously, thank you, Brooklyn. It's an incredible move. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Brian Fitzgerald, Shipmaster Kyle, all of you guys. Crazy night, crazy night. We'll be live tomorrow on the channel as well. And I feel like we may be live a little earlier in the day tomorrow. I don't know. I just think with how quickly he moved from Caruso to Bridges, and maybe he was working on it at the same time. I was shocked
when I heard the Caruso thing today.
What do you think that offer was?
Couple of firsts, maybe?
Just 24, 25, maybe?
Yeah, I could see that. Wow. Garrison Francis, $10 super chat. Thank you. They appreciate you, Garrison. Says, we're back, baby. I'm super impressed with Leon and the boys. They brought us back from the dead. Let's go, Knicks.
Shout out, Leon. Incredible.
My trade for Mikal Bridges in my perfect offseason video. I'm going to go see what that was.
Did you have Randall in it?
I don't think I had Randall, and I think I had Deuce and Mitch and Bogey, though. As I get an ad on YouTube. Love it. Garrison, I mean, I haven't been this excited about a Knicks team in my entire life. I'm a 29-year-old Knicks fan. I lied. The day they traded for Carmelo Anthony was one of the best days ever.
Yeah.
I remember that like it was yesterday. Maybe not that. So my trade was Mitchell Robinson, Miles McBride, and 5 first-round picks, 3 unprotected.
So you
Marshall,
overpaid.
you always have us overpaying.
The comments were right. The comments
were right. I overpaid for Bridges.
You overvalued Bridges. That's incredible.
The commenters know ball. You guys know more than me. I'm dead.
That's funny.
Johnson, you! My man Johnson, you. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Mikal Bridges is a Knick.
I just can't wait to watch it now.
Wow. This means a second apron team for a while, right? Well, your salary does not change right now, guys. You traded $19 million of Bogey for $23 million of Bridges. You only took on $4 more million in salary. And if you think about it, you actually gave up some salary slots because of those first-round picks you owed. Like, you were already kind of thinking about that. You added $4 more million this year. You're obviously going to have to extend Bridges, but nothing changes.
So when they pay OG and Hartenstein, are they second apron then?
They will be a first apron team.
First apron.
First apron team.
Is there a number of OG that gets them to the second apron?
If they got him that full 5-year max, probably.
Probably.
Incredible. Super Prince. Love the name. What's up, man? Appreciate you. We need OG and Hartenstein back. Big trade. Go New York. It's a huge trade.
I think OG's a need, Hartenstein's a want. That's how I'll paint it right now.
Man, if you have a top 9, though, of Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Randall, Hartenstein, DiVincenzo, McBride, Hart, and Robinson.
Yeah.
And you go out and you draft a young 4 in the first round.
For the rookie's not playing this year.
Yeah, but
still, fell out the bottom half of the roster. They developed.
Josh Hart back to the backup power forward.
Yeah.
Josh Hart's our backup power forward again.
He was saying it in the Jay Wright interview. I appreciate it. J10 saying, would the reason New York didn't send this year's first-round picks, could it be they would trade up to get a center to back up Mitch Rob?
Could be. I could also think maybe the Nets didn't want to have these first-round picks.
Probably 24, 25, and a down year of the draft. Like, they were like, I'd rather just have your unprotected moving forward.
Yeah. I think that there's definitely you're on to something there.
Next year's first-round pick is significantly more valuable than this year's, just because of the draft. Even if that pick's at 28, 29 next year for the Knicks.
Wow. This is incredible. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Melpster. Hey, if you're subscribed to the channel, type me. If you're subscribed to the channel, type me. You give some shout outs to everybody watching. Haven't got to interact with the chat. Gabe says, Marsh, if we have cap space to give iHeart more than 4 for 72, are we allowed to give him more? Yeah, we could, but we don't have cap space. That's the most we can give him. My man Rich Robb says, what does Burks make? He's a free agent, so you'd have to re-sign Burks. Shout out to John Thotty, Knicks Galaxy, Jet Life, For Life, Wilfredo, Will McConaughey. What's up, Will McConaughey? Brian B. 808, Tony. What's up, Tony? Home run hitters. Rafael Vasquez. Yeah. The Hibby, Noah, Matthew Valverde. The Bronx boy. OG. What's up, OG? Nope in the building. The Hibby. Carlos T. Shipmaster Kyle. What's up, Creed? Mitch, what's your prediction for our record? Marsh? I don't know. 50 wins. 50 wins. 50 wins.
At least.
Great Red Dragon. Tamar Bowles. Noah, what's up, man? Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
John Murdoch.
Are you kidding me? Mikal Bridges is a Knick. Mikal Bridges is a Knick. Crypto Artie, what's up, man? Been a Knick fan since the 90s. We no longer will dwell on the past, for these Knickerbockers have skyrocketed to title contenders. In Leon Rose we trust. I don't understand how you cannot like this trade. What did you want? You wanted to run it back and be an apron team?
You upgraded.
Knicks got better today.
They got significantly better.
The Knicks got way, way better today.
And plus, Bridges goes back to a role he excels in. Like, when he's that third, fourth guy. See, you double Randall. I know you're not the biggest Randall guy, but you double Randall and Brunson, and you give it to OG or Bridges on the weak side. That's one rip-through dribble at the rim. Can I throw something out there? And it may sound crazy to you.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Is it a guarantee Randall's on the team?
Guarantee? No. I think it's more than likely he is, though.
More than likely? Okay.
I think more than likely, yes.
Do you think right now they're saying we're going with the big four? Like the core four we have right now, they're thinking that's enough? Or do you think they try to upgrade at that 2 spot, being the second option? I'm just curious with them keeping their picks tomorrow. Maybe a team like the Jazz or I just don't don't know.
Look, anything could happen.
I'm just throwing it out there. I think it's very unlikely. Just want to see where the chat was at.
I mean, anything could happen. Look, we know the Knicks love Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
We know that. And maybe they think, I don't know. I think maybe Randall's on the team. I think Randall's on the team to start the season. But I do think where they are at, Randall and the Knicks, on a contract extension will be a factor in if he is here long term. Like if they don't think they get an extension done and going into free agency, I think they could trade him.
Yeah.
Wow. Mikal Bridges. Crypto, you're the man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. NYDAZ. Marshall, I love the energy. Let's effing go. And how could you not be pumped up right now?
I mean, yeah.
How could you not be pumped up right now?
So it's good for the NBA offseason.
We thought it was going to be a boring offseason.
I thought it was.
I never thought Mikal Bridges was going to be a Knick. I never really actually thought it could happen.
I just never thought the Nets would have. Like, that's got to hurt so much for them to hang up that phone and be like, we just gave the Knicks their dream trade target this offseason. I'm starting to think Leon tunes into Knicks now. Just every once in a while. Like, I feel like Leon, maybe he's got a kid or a nephew who's like, hey.
Is he Nick
Dad.
Davidov?
It could be Davidov, yeah.
John Borelli in the building. Rich Rob. Anthony Serrano. John Dottie. John Pettit. We got all the real ones in here. Buddy Bear says, what does this mean for OG? He's back, man. I hope. Yeah. I hope. I'm speaking that into existence. I'm speaking that into existence.
I hope OG doesn't. I wonder if they had a conversation with him before they made this deal. Because I feel like OG, I'm not saying he's a sensitive guy, but I could see
there was that report he has been miffed as being the fourth person to the Nova Knicks triumvirate.
If that is true.
And they just add Bridges, you're pissed now.
And you were the Philadelphia 76ers. You were telling OG all that, and you were offering him the max. Not only just to have him on your own ball club, but just to hurt the Knicks a little more. I bet you that's the Sixers. If I was running the team, that's what I would do. I would sit OG down and give him the max, and then, then you put the Knicks in a really tough spot.
You cannot cheap out right now on Anunoby.
No.
You cannot cheap out on him.
I bet you Leon called OG before this went down.
You cannot cheap out on OG Anunoby, man. The most the Sixers could offer Anunoby is 4 years, $181 million. The New York Knicks can offer up to 5 years, and I believe almost 250. I'll get the exact numbers on that right here. But, this trade is awesome, but you better bring back Anunoby, too.
Yeah.
The point is to have Anunoby and Bridges on the wing behind Brunson.
Before you can guard the Boston Celtics.
So you can guard the Boston Celtics.
That's what this is.
This is we need to slow down Boston Celtics.
We need to guard Boston.
And, those two, is there any team better equipped?
No, not right now. You're just hoping Drew Holiday gets, he's a year older.
Porzingis, is he going to be ready to play again?
Bellies are a little full in Boston.
Look, I've predicted that Anunoby will sign a 4-year, $150 million deal for a while, and now I'm not sure that that's enough.
Yeah, I think we might need a little more.
And I'm not sure that that's enough.
No. I think, if I had to play devil's advocate right now.
So the most that another team could offer Anunoby, 4 years, 181.9.
Okay.
The Knicks can offer 5 years, 245.
So if they want him, they can have him.
Yes, if they want him.
That's probably what they're telling him right now. If you want me, you can have me. So if that report about the Myth thing, about the Nova Knicks, obviously you make this deal, no matter what, if you're Leon. But could the locker room get a little even more cliquey? We kind of touched it, clearly it wasn't an issue, and I don't think it would be. But if you had to play devil's advocate here, it's a country club feel with them. So
it's an AAU team.
It's an AAU team. You got the coach with the coach's kid, and his uncle's the head coach. They bring in all his college teammates.
Is Leon Rose.
If I'm OG, they see that's
is he no, he wants to be here, dude.
He does want to be here, but what if we've already kind of heard he could be a little sensitive, not a sensitive guy in terms of that, but he could get rubbed the wrong way with this one. We'll see. That's just devil's advocate. Don't think it's likely.
You got to bring back Anunoby.
Got to.
Got to bring back Anunoby. Jaden Rossi, what's up, man? Thank you for the love. Marsh, we've waited our whole life for this moment. I don't know about all that, but Knicks are title contenders.
Yeah.
We'll see where the roster's at in a week. This isn't the last move.
No, there's no predictions being made with the NBA draft tomorrow.
Yep. Incredible. My Twitter is on fire right now. My computer's lagging out. All my devices are blowing up. Will McConaughey says, let's go Knicks. I think OG and iHeart are back, and Mitch goes. The decision for Isaiah Hartenstein to be back is one that he'll have to make. It's pretty cut and dry. We can offer you a 4-year, $72 million contract. If you want them, if Comes down to what he values. What does Isaiah Hartenstein value? Like, does he just, like, look, if a team offers him way more money, like, you got to do you and sometimes go get the bag, right? We've heard that the Knicks have been in talks on trading Mitchell Robinson. I have heard that the Grizzlies are a team. I don't know. We know the Knicks also checked in on Alex Caruso. So Leon is doing his due diligence.
Yeah.
Leon is making calls.
Clearly trying to make moves.
Gerson Rosas is making calls.
They're clearly trying to make moves right now where you're going all in. It's just, what's the next? I mean, you got to be on the phone with OGs soon.
Incredible.
Crazy.
Absolutely incredible. Brian B., my man. For me, the timing of this trade is the most interesting. Right before free agency and the draft. Let's go, Knicks. This sure does make tomorrow a lot more interesting.
Yes.
This makes tomorrow a whole lot more interesting.
So, how many players right now going into the year?
On the team?
On the team, assuming, let's just count OG and Hartenstein. Or let's just count OG.
Well, let's just go Brunson, Bridges, DiVincenzo, Randall, Robinson, Deuce. Jericho Sims. They're going to pick up his contract. Yeah. I believe Jeffries and Diakite are restricted free agents, or they control their rights to a degree. Won't count them. That's 7 players right there. Deuce, Jericho, Mitch, Brunson, DiVincenzo, Bridges, Hart. 7 players right there.
Okay.
You have 3 picks inside the top 38 tomorrow. Pick 24, 25, and 38. You have 5 first-round picks for the next, I think, 3 NBA drafts. So,
point being, do you think it's more likely than not they use all 3 of those picks, or maybe they consolidate a couple, try to move up?
This throws a wrench into things, man. Like,
they
don't make this move unless they you can't just make this move without seeing past this move before you make it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You already have to know what those next moves are to make a move like this, which maybe tells me that Hartenstein's out. Hartenstein may be out. The timing of Begley tweeting that out right after the trade.
It's interesting they make this before OG.
Yeah. I don't think that there's any way you don't bring back Anunoby. Like, how?
I think there's a connection. Maybe that myth report was just complete smoke by his camp.
Fisher, the same guy who said Hartenstein was expected to re-sign. You can't believe half the shit the guy says.
Somebody out of OG's camp slipped Fisher 100, and then, man.
I'm Mr. Oso, $5 super chat. Says trade of the offseason. Love the channel. Get Paul George for the low.
You can't have all the 3-and-D wings.
Yeah,
you can't have
Paul
them all.
George at this point, unless you're trading Randall, is not going to happen.
Yeah, and that's off the table.
I think that they checked in on the George thing. They did their due diligence. They said we're not going there. Let's just go get Bridges.
Let's go get Bridges.
Let's make the Nets say no, which I think I've said.
I want to know the other offers the Nets had, because clearly the Knicks had to pay the New York tax.
Four unprotected first.
So, like, what other offer?
That's a
did they
lot
have?
for Mikal Bridges.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. That's
4
a lot.
unprotected. It's still a great deal.
I think the Knicks win.
This is the point. This is the point of it.
Yes,
like,
this is why you got all those first-round picks.
4 move like this to overpay.
Jason B, my man. What's up, Jason B? A New York Knicks now legend. Jason B, we love you, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Says future looks bright. We must bring back OG. Let's go, Knicks! You got to bring back Anunoby.
Yeah. Over anything else.
That's your number 1 priority right now.
Yep.
Get Anunoby to put pen to paper, to be a New York Knick, and have your 2 and your 3 be Bridges and Anunoby for the foreseeable future, with Brunson as your 1, DiVincenzo and Hart off the bench game records.
Yep.
Like, that's where you got to be at right now. You cannot skimp out and cheap out on Anunoby. Pay the price. You got to pay to play. You want to beat the Celtics, you got to get Anunoby back on this team. You absolutely have to.
Have to.
Johnson, you, my man, $10 super chat. Yes, sir. says, could the Knicks be playing to a 2-year for iHeart with a player option for the second year? iHeart opts out, and the Knicks can pay him more since they have his full bird rights. They could. They could do that. That would take Hartenstein believing the New York Knicks at their word, though.
Yeah.
That would come down to just Hartenstein believing that the New York Knicks were going to do right by him. And if that's what you got to do to guarantee he's back and also get Anunoby back, I'm in. Yeah. I'm in to do that.
I just think that's probably Hartenstein's least favorite option.
Yeah.
Out of all of them.
That's his least favorite option for sure. There's more to come. There's a lot more to come.
The Villanova Knicks.
The Villanova freaking
Oh,
Knicks.
Dude, did you tweet out the Infinity Stone?
No.
Somebody already probably has it out there.
Yeah.
The last one putting it in.
I literally made that on Photoshop, and someone was like, dude, you stole this from another show. It's like, we've been talking about this for like 2 years. Oh, my God.
If you're on Twitter, you'll see the viral tweet tonight. Somebody's going to tweet it out. The final Infinity Stone. If it's not already out there.
Dave Cash, what's up, man? Thank you for the super chat. Great news, boys. I'm hyped. Leon making it happen. Let's lock OG in. Got to. It's a must. It's a must. Hey, you got to. You just do. No excuses for not getting it done. J10, what's up, man? Keep OG, and if iHeart goes, go and get Claxton. May have to mortgage the house and get season tickets. Let's go, Knicks. Keep OG, and you're not going to be able to get Claxton. You don't have the salary cap space. You could theoretically offer him the mid-level exception. Knicks are probably a tax team, but he's going to get way more than that. So Claxton, unlikely. Like, you're looking at.
I wonder if iHeart goes. They're just like, Mitch Robb, you're back to the starter. Jericho, you're stepping up.
Draft a rookie.
Sign
a vet, maybe. Drum.
I mean, it's the Tibbs center pipeline. Like,
Tibbs has developed some centers.
Like,
Bring back Precious.
I bet you Tibbs and Leon have had a conversation where Tibbs told him where it's like, I can get a lot out of Jericho. I can get a lot out of rookie center. Don't freak out if we can't bring back Hartenstein.
They like supposedly Gogo Batatse.
Could go get him.
They like Gogo Batatse. Incredible. Yeah. Crypto Hardy, what's up, man? We just ruined the Celtics' chance of a repeat. Long way to go. Long way to go.
Stop it.
Long way to go on that. Gave yourself.
The NBA is going to change so much over the next 2 weeks.
It was a gunfight with the Celtics. We were showing up with our hands and a couple of knives. We've got a gun now, though.
Yeah.
We've got some weaponry. We've got some artillery.
The Knicks are showing up to a rock fight. Now they actually have talent.
Yep.
You know, it's like, all right, let's go.
Like, Bridges on the weak side, like, and
that's where he excels.
And think about it like this, okay? How did this rebuild start? Julius Randle gets here, right?
Yep.
Randle has his best year of his career in his second season. Randle, nobody wanted him.
No.
Nobody besides the Knicks wanted him. He turns into a 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA player. Tom Thibodeau gets the absolute most out of Julius Randle. Then Jalen Brunson comes. He turns into a top 10 player in this league. He has the best years of his career under Tom Thibodeau. You trade for Josh Hart. Josh Hart was bouncing around the league from L.A. to New Orleans, from New Orleans to he was forgot about in Portland. All you had to give up was one first-round pick. Josh Hart signs a 4-year, $90 million deal, and this postseason he was one of the best players playing. He had his best season. Dante DiVincenzo was someone that the Golden State Warriors could not play in the playoffs of 2023. The Warriors didn't want him back. They weren't going to pay him. The Knicks pay him. Dante DiVincenzo has the best year of his career. Deuce McBride turns into a serviceable piece. There's been a theme of people coming to the Knicks, Patrick Seaman, under Tom Thibodeau and having the best years of their career. Who's to say Mikal Bridges doesn't get better than what we've seen?
And it may not be where he's scoring 23 a night, type of better, but I could see him. I bet you he could be a 90, 50, 40 guy. Like, I could see him being in that club. Yeah, but I agree.
Becomes an even better defender, learning from Thibodeau, learning hopefully from Anunoby.
Also playing around other good defenders. I mean, we saw it with the Celtics this past season. Like, when you have other good defenders around, good defenders, it just makes it easier.
He doesn't have to guard the number ones like he always had to on those teams with the Suns or the teams with the.
It's just the length, the physicality. If you can.
OG go get their number one. Bridges guards number two.
Like, you can keep it simple. Like, things you love about you need to win basketball games. You got guys who can knock down, catch and shoot threes. Guys who can beat dudes off the dribble. They can all guard. It's a great basketball team assembled.
Wow. Jaden Rossi, Tibbs makes any center good. Let iHeart walk for OG. That's not how it works out.
No.
Though.
Yeah.
You can only offer Hartenstein 4 for 72. You can offer OG 5 for 245.
Yeah.
Bringing them back, the only thing that affects is you becoming a second apron team and going further into the tax, which at this point, you've already chosen this route to go down. You're going to have this core for a while. You're going to make a couple moves this offseason. I don't know how many more moves are coming in the future, though, because, you're kind of set.
You got your guys.
You got your nucleus, man.
All these rumors, all this chatter over the last couple of years, this is the finish line.
This is fine. We've talked about it forever. What were the moves they were going to make? They've made them. They shipped out for OG. They shipped out RJ. They shipped out IQ. Grimes goes for Bogey. That turns into Bridges. What's crazy is you still, if for some reason someone crazy becomes available, you're still in a great spot to go make a trade for them, too.
Package
Randall, Robinson, and picks. That's $40 million right there, and you have to do that before your second apron team, obviously, but this wasn't the farm has not been sold. And another person, what happens if Deuce McBride gets better again next year?
Yeah.
Are we acting like Deuce isn't getting better?
Probably banking on that a little bit.
Incredible. John Pettit, my man. What's up, bro? Marsh, what a great trade. I think we still trade Mitch for a pick to save money. If we do, what would you do? Re-sign Pressure, sign a player like Wiseman. And remember, Tibbs is the center whisperer. What if Tibbs could lock into James Wiseman? That push shot?
Wiseman doesn't have those instincts. He doesn't have the push shot. No way. Wiseman's a name.
I think we still trade Mitch. Look, there's been rumors that they're talking to people about trading Mitchell Robinson. I don't know. I really don't have a great read on what they're going to do right now, and I feel like I'm letting you guys down, but I didn't think this was happening today.
Yeah. And it could also be the Knicks just are this is the team we're rolling with. We'll draft 3 guys, move on to the season. Hope to bring back OG and Hartenstein, and then it's running with those 9.
You got to do whatever it takes to get OG back.
So these guys are going to be a whole lot just healthier throughout the season, having a 9-man rotation. I think even throwing the first-round picks in January,
Go sign a veteran point guard now, too. Go get Kyle Lowry for the veteran minimum.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry for the veteran minimum.
Let's just giving that to Deuce. Because then you have 4 guards coming off the bench if you go get another one. I guess if Hart's your power forward.
Josh Hart is a backup power forward.
Yeah, he's a forward.
Josh Hart is a backup power forward yet again. You go Lowry, Deuce, and Dante coming in, and you're kind of small, but
I mean, you see.
Go get Ryan Dunn tomorrow.
Ryan Dunn.
I'm all in on him.
Yeah,
if the Knicks hold their picks at 24 and 25, Ryan Dunn, of the realistic players, is my number 1 guy. One thing that's caught me off guard by him, dude, he is athletic as hell.
Yep.
Bro, he almost looks like Trevor Ariza on the fast break back in the day. And he's going to be able to play small ball 4 too.
Yeah.
He's a great prospect, man. If he can become a league average 3-point shooter.
I wonder if they throw in Filipowski or something.
Stretch big?
Just stretch big off the bench.
Eves
he can play more right away.
I'd love Misi.
Yeah, Misi.
Shout out to my man Atlantic Lion. Nope. Everybody in the building. Still over 1,100 people watching. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up icon. We got 913 likes. Let's get up to a stack. Let's get to a stack. Jeremy Chugs says maybe the New York Knicks can add Seeps. Heard he's clutch.
I'm only going for max contracts, Jeremy. Knicks
I
can't
have a
afford me.
story. So the Chat Sports office has joined a basketball league. And we had a amazing game yesterday with a
Shiny
great
moment.
story. A great story.
You guys would be proud of the Knicks Now squad.
The Knicks Now boys held it down. If we get to 400 in soups, we'll tell the story in totality.
$50 super chat.
If we get a $50 super chat, we'll tell you the story of what happened last night at our men's rec league where Martian Seeps, mainly Seeps, kind of held the squad down. Nope says he doesn't show up for Giants Now, so $1 million a year.
More than that, nope.
Oh my gosh, Mikal Bridges is a Knick. That's incredible. That's incredible. OM 1995 says, not a hater of the trade, but we have been cheated with other players in the past, and you guys know it. I really hope that Bridges proves us wrong and becomes that missing piece that we need. Knicks haven't made a bad move in a couple of years.
Yeah.
This isn't your old New York Knicks. This isn't your Isaiah Thomas.
This is one of the best ran organizations in all sports right now.
And they're still in one of the best spots. Like, they still have
Let's call it like it is.
6 first-round picks. It's incredible. And, like, that's incredible. I think everyone's going to love him. As my man, 3-point goal, Johnson, you.
Let's go.
Bang! All righty. So we're in a men's league. It's usually 10 people from the office that go. To be fully transparent, we're 1-4.
Very competitive.
Entering
league.
yesterday, we're 1-4. Very competitive league.
Very competitive.
We have some guys, including us. We've worked ourselves into better shape. We're in game shape. We're playing the second best team in the league Monday.
4-game win streak.
They're on a 4-game win streak. We show up. We're like, man, today's just got to be a day we got to grind it out. We got to grind it out. And so we start the game. It's back and forth. They would take like a 3-point lead. We'd tie it up. They'd go up 6. Yeah. They're up 9 in the second half. 8
minutes left. They get
8
up like
minutes
7,
left in the game. They go up about 7 or 8. And we just kind of turn it on a little bit.
Just start chipping away.
We start chipping away. I believe it's 49-46 at one point, probably with about 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah.
46, we're down, 49-46.
Reed and Roley kind of man the storm, kind of getting us right there.
Roley in the chat. Roley hit some big shots. He had some nice ISO fades, some nice mid-range jumpers. We have a new guy here at Chat Sports, Reed. He hit a clutch 3 as well. But 49-46, I'm bringing the rock up. I come off a screen. I throw like a little bounce pass to Seeps. And this is for us to tie it up for like the first time in a while.
It's a minute 20, 49-46.
49-46. Seeps lines it up from the top of the key. As he's shooting it, I said, tie game.
Put pressure on me.
Before he shoots it, I say tie game. He ties it up. It's 49-49. They go down. We foul them with about a minute left.
Yeah.
And I go up to, the dude smokes both free throws.
Yeah.
Dude smokes both free throws. Roley gets the rebound. We call timeout. We dribble out the clock. We hold for the final shot. And then we call timeout, 5 seconds left. I inbound the ball to Roley. Roley, maybe I put him in a bad spot. He was kind of soft with the ball. Was looking for a foul. Classic Miami Heat.
Classic Jimmy Butler.
Looking for a foul. Roley gets the ball stolen from him. Goes coast to coast. Guy lays it up. They go up by 2.
And there's like 7 seconds left. We're down
2. 7 seconds left. We call a play for Roley and Seeps to bring it up and run a little 2-man game. We're down 2 with 7 seconds left. They have trouble inbounding the ball So I dart into the backcourt, get the ball, bring it up. Same exact thing. I come off the screen. I'm doubled. I throw the bounce pass to Seeps again. He puts it on the deck, lines it up. As he shoots it again, me, ball game.
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure. I yell ball game. Seeps drains it. 2 seconds left. We go and win the game.
Yeah, it was like the Devo shot.
It was very similar to the Dante DiVincenzo shot.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was a lot of fun. The boys were back in the win column. We knocked off the second best team in the league, 4-game winning streak. I guess you could say we're now the hottest team in the league.
We're hot. 2-1 in our last 3.
2-1 our last 3. Don't let us get hot, Johnson. Don't let us get Johnson. Don't let us get hot, Johnson. I'm dead. Lord Buddy Bear, what's up, man? He said, so is Prom Marsha thing on Knicks? Get OG back.
If you scroll back in the live, you can see it.
You can see it, Buddy Bear. We got the same thing on the Knicks intro. I might have to talk to someone about that. Maybe get that looked at. I am Jules, $5 super chat. What's up, man? Hey, Marsh. Sorry, I'm like 40 minutes late. Hey, you're right on time, brother. But did you see my first super chat? If you addressed it already, I'll catch up. If not, check that.
We lost a lot of the super chats that came in during the cut.
Yeah, we got kind of screwed on that. I'm scrolling back to see. Yeah, we lost a couple. I am Jules. I'm looking. I don't even see one. He says, Marsh, you were wrong and we don't care. It's the only one I see.
Yeah, it might be that one.
Marsh, you were wrong and we don't care. That's all I see from him. Wrong that that it wasn't gonna happen. Yeah, I did not think it was gonna happen.
No, I did not at all. How could you think this could actually hit?
Smitty says we're ignoring his super chat. We lost that.
We lost the super chat, Smitty. Network error.
Network error, Smitty.
Come on, Smitty.
What did he say? I don't even see Smitty on sports in here.
Oh, I think he said Celtics.
Celtics in 5. Yeah. What a loser.
So the Celtics had the most fraudulent championship.
They're the worst
in memory.
They're terrible.
Knicks just got significantly better. Sixers, assuming they're gonna make a move. It's gotta be tough, Smitty. Bucks are gonna be back.
Yeah, they got Sam Hauser on a $2 million.
You're not gonna have to go through Nikola Jovic, Darius Garland, and Nembhard anymore. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Rich Rob, has Smitty been unbearable since Seas 1? Not unbearable. You're happy for him.
Yeah, he deserves it. He watched 80 games this year. I'll give him. If there's a Celtics fan that wants to talk his noise, I'll let it be Smitty. He called it before the year. He watched 80 games this year. I'll give him his crown. Kid still fucking sucks though. NY Slick with a $5 super chat. If we re-sign OG, what's the pecking order with the top 4 players? Brunson at 1, and then everyone else just fall in line. Does this change the offense a little bit?
Randall's still the second option.
Randall the second option over Bridges?
In terms of we
can't be ISO from the high posting Randall anymore.
He's gonna still get those looks. Can Randall? Okay, you think about the Celtics.
Randall needs to get back to shooting the 3.
He is. Randall's still gonna get his looks. That is still my biggest question mark with the Knicks is Julius Randle as a second option.
Can we get Julius Randle to average 16 points per game on 55% from the field?
I mean, that'd be huge. Can he do that in the playoffs? Can he do that in the Eastern Conference Finals versus Boston? I still think that with the Knicks, can Julius Randle be a second option on a team that makes the finals?
Is he the second option?
I think so. I mean, yeah, he's.
Why can't it be we have 3 threes? 3 really good threes.
You can say that probably, but I think when
with
it comes
really good bench pieces.
Tibbs, in terms of running looks for players, Randall's getting the second most plays drawn up for him on the team.
Yes, yes.
And I think in that locker room, I still think Randall will, be that second guy. But however, with this Bridges move, it won't be as extreme.
Crazy.
Julius Randle, that's a...
Right back to him. It's right back to
It's
him.
right back to him.
John White spot. Make some noise for the Nova Knicks. We did everything besides sign OG, which should happen. At this point, anything less than a chip is a failure. No.
Stop.
It's not championship or bust in year one.
You know how hard it is to win a championship?
Let's get to the Eastern. It's Eastern Conference Finals or bust. If you lose for the Eastern Conference Finals, it's a bust of a season.
Depends. I mean, what if it's the Knicks get the 4 seed, the Bucks and Sixers makes moves, and they're all right there, and it's somehow Boston and the.
You don't give up 4 unprotected first-round picks to lose in the second round.
Yeah, the standard is to make the finals though now.
So let's get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Let's get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm tired of being the 2 seed and the 5 seed with home court advantage losing in the second round. You don't give up 4 first-round picks. 5 total if you don't think that player can make you that much better.
Yeah.
You gotta have your sights set on the conference finals. Jeremy Chugs, MG said we're driving to get our ass whooped.
Oh yeah,
We were playing a dog. We were playing the second best team in the league, and we cooked them. It wasn't even close down the stretch. It wasn't even close. Oh, my Lord. Mikal Bridges is a New York Knick. I honestly can't believe it.
I still feel like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and be like, what did we do last night? Oh, yeah, Bridges went to the Knicks.
6 years and 5 picks later, the Knicks passed up on Kevin Knox.
Or Bridges for Knox.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Jeremy, I'm going to need you to explain that Rockets trade tomorrow. That was another big move.
Wow. I can't believe
I thought it was a fake Woj.
I thought it was a fake Woj tweet too.
Because especially right now, like everybody's trying to get everyone. I did not think it.
Lowry or CP3, I would definitely be interested in signing either one of those guys. Either one.
Yeah.
Gabriel, March, would you have traded more players to compensate for draft picks? No. I would have always rather preferred a pick-heavy package for Bridges. Because you get to keep Deuce. You get to keep Mitch.
And also, if Deuce was in the draft this year.
Yeah.
Like.
No, I honestly am totally fine with the package that we gave up. Like, those first-round picks, those were always going to be currency for the New York Knicks to make a big-time trade. Always. You got to get back OG, though. Wow. John Pettit, regular season Randall will show up in the playoffs now. Hey, I've always said it. If regular season Randall shows up in the playoffs, the Knicks can win a championship.
His job's going to be a whole lot easier now. I mean, everybody's job's going to be easier. Pat, who do you think would be a good big for the Knicks to add? I mean, it's the guys you got. Just bring back Hart and sign a Mitchell Robinson. I couldn't see them making a move on a free agent. I think it would be in the draft to get another one.
It's not how that works, Gabriel. The Knicks are over the cap. They do not have the money to spend more than 4 for 72 on on Isaiah Hartenstein.
We need to stop doubting Randall. Conversation for a different day.
Johnson, I would. Like, I would pay whatever it takes at this point to bring back OG. You're like, what we're just going to lose him for nothing? No, it's not.
Yeah, I think, sure, I wonder if OG, what he's just like. If there's any person's mind I could tap into right now, I wish it would be OG's. What is he thinking?
He said he wants a larger role on offense. Or those are the reports coming out of Toronto. You're not getting that now.
You're not getting that now. There's that miffed thing.
What the fuck?
And the fact that
Yeah, Johnson, I think the PG trades at this point are done. Those were fun while it lasted. Mikal Bridges.
that's the only negative I can find out of this trade is the OG factor.
Yeah.
Like, where does that stand right now?
Brian Fitzgerald, what up?
Hopefully.
Yes, I would say the Paul George trades are done.
Benito.
Yeah, unless you're moving
0%
on.
chance.
Julius
Even
Randle.
even that they're not bringing in. You have 3 and D. Like, that's just a lot of the same guy. Like, you got to have different types of players.
If you throw up on the starting lineup.
I just don't think that would. Yeah, all 3 of those guys relatively are the same.
Yeah.
Just different taste. At least Randall's different. Like, he's just a different, unique type of player.
This was the trade. You gave up 4 unprotected first-round picks. This was the trade. I would be utterly shocked if a trade bigger than this happened for the New York Knicks this summer.
Yeah.
Chris Duffy, who is your number 1 free agent that the Knicks should sign? I got to see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, what are the Knicks going to do with their picks?
I wish the NBA would spread this out a little bit.
Are the Knicks walking out with 3 rookies tomorrow? I say no.
I don't think so.
I just don't see it. I really don't see how that's possible.
So we've had 3 trades only in the entire league.
Who's got the better Selly on the Knicks? Or
I go Bridges.
Bridges over
I
Brunson?
like Bridges a little more. That's just like.
Dog, they are so live. DiVincenzo and Hart.
Off the bench.
Those guys were starting and we were going to the conference finals.
Yep.
If OG doesn't get hurt. Now they're coming off the bench.
Ooh, Philly. You got to be. Maury's got to be sweating right now.
Does he go overpay for Paul George now?
They're going to overpay for some. I actually think DeMar could be a backup option for him.
DeRozan?
If he doesn't come back.
Resign Alec Burks?
I'm probably good.
Yeah, I mean, veteran minimum. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be against bringing him back, but I would want him as an insurance more than anything. Wow. Mikal Bridges and Nick. There's a Villanova party going down right now.
Oh, my God, yeah.
That's the hard cap, Gabriel. That's the hard cap. You have to be under this. And you're not even factoring in OG's money you're about to give him. There's no way that the Knicks can create enough cap space to go out and sign Isaiah Hartenstein to a bigger deal than 4 years for $72 million. Not possible. Brian Fitzgerald, what's up? Early Christmas. Still plenty of cards left. Tomorrow.
I just have no idea.
It's like the first.
I mean, if I had to call
It's like
it,
the first time I don't have a good read on what's next.
yeah. Well, it's because we never thought this. Like, I feel like with all the other moves, we could kind of see the ones down the line. Like after the OG one, it was still like you're still gonna go all in for that next guy. But now it's like, are they drafting all 3? Like, because you would assumed when they went in or when they went all in on that star, they would have gave up some picks this year. But
Yeah.
not the case.
And like you have 3 picks inside the top 38.
Yeah.
Like those are all priority picks. Pete says trade 24,
Now-
25, 38, and number 5 to get Klingon.
That's not getting it done.
I wish.
Yeah, they're nuts.
Imagine going and getting Donovan Klingon.
And that's like these picks aren't as valuable as other years, so I wonder if that played into it.
When's Memphis picking?
9.
Klingon's gone before 9, right?
I don't think he's getting past 7. I bet you Portland would take him.
Really? I got 8.
I bet you they still want.
They kind of gave Aiden a bag.
Anything San Antonio? They got 2 picks. What if San Antonio goes UConn guys? It's UConn versus Nova.
We were once the hub for Kentucky Wildcats in New York. Now we're Villanova. They thought it would be RJ, Zion, and Cam Reddish.
How far ago does that feel?
Remember Cam Reddish buzzer beater to go to OT game 1 of last season?
Yeah, 2 seasons ago now. They drew up the play for him in the corner, falling away.
Tibbs drew up a play for Cam Reddish. Wow. Marcos, $20 super chat. Thank you, Marcos. Are we a 60-win caliber team with Bridges starting and OG and iHeart coming back? Do we have the best 9-man rotation in the NBA? Let's go Knicks! If your top 9 is Brunson, Bridges, OG, Randall, Hartenstein, Dante, Deuce, Hart, and Mitchell Robinson, is there a better top 9 than that?
Better top 9? Probably not.
Boston, I would say, his top 9 is more talented, not as deep, but you're one of the deeper teams. I think you are the deepest team in the NBA.
Yeah.
And that doesn't include Jericho Sims. I think it doesn't include the 3 rookies you could sign. Bring back a Precious. I think more moves are coming. It feels almost too good to be true that that's your top 9.
Yeah, I just don't think Hartenstein's coming back.
Yeah. No, I could see
It's
that.
just OG's that is the biggest X factor of this whole thing. If you lose him,
you're in trouble.
That means you gave up RJ Barrett quickly for Unprotected and 2025 protected for Bridges.
And that's way too much.
Way too much.
You got to do whatever it takes to re-sign OG and Anunoby.
6'6" Kimball saying, can Bogey's salary be used towards iHeart or OG? Well, they just cancel each other, or they're the same.
Yeah, so the reason we were able to trade for Bridges is because we gave up Bogdanovic's salary. The Knicks are over the salary cap. The only way that they can re-sign Hartenstein is if he signs for less than 4 years and $72 million. The New York Knicks can offer Anunoby 4 years, $245 because they have his full bird rights. Full bird rights means you can go over the salary cap to re-sign your own player. Isaiah Hartenstein has early bird rights, which means you can only sign him up to a certain percentage of his previous salary. You have 2 years equals early bird rights, 3 years plus is full bird rights. Or bird rights also transfer in a trade, hence why Anunoby's bird rights are owned by the New York Knicks. Call me crazy. Are we saying Josh Hart's not closing games anymore?
Yeah.
How does Josh Hart not close games for you?
If you're going small.
He's had too many big-time winning plays.
I mean, maybe that's upgrade then. See, that's also it. Does the Knicks closing 5, can it mess with the Boston Celtics closing 5 fully healthy? They can.
Yes. If
It's
Hartenstein
still
and Anunoby are back.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a series.
Hartenstein matches up with Horford. Porzingis is tough. Or they would go Porzingis just at the 5.
Yeah. Got 2 good matchups for Tatum and Brown. Hopefully Drew Holiday loses a step. Belly's full. You're there.
Yeah, got to get OG back. You can't overpay for Anunoby at this point.
No.
I'd rather have him and him be How do you think the Nova Knicks feel that Anunoby's going to be making the most out of all of them?
I mean, that's just something you just got to put away. Can't think about
I
it.
give Mikal Bridges a Nick.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they would feel any type of way about that.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Yeah, probably right. Probably right.
I mean, I bet you they hold each other accountable. If they hear that, be like, oh, OG's making more than me, I could see them be like, dude, shut the hell up. We're all playing on the same team. We can't have it all.
It needs freaking work. I want to put on YouTube over here. So, if let's say worst comes to worst, Isaiah Hartenstein is gone. Can you run Mitchell Robinson as that 5?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you worry about, like, maybe, like, the spacing a little bit? No? I mean, you're an elite defensive team.
Great defensive team. It's also, like, you got guys, like, Brunson creates separation with or without spacing. Helps him, obviously. It's like, same with Randall. Like, when he's really working, like, he's creating separation. I mean, you still got 2 elite. You have 3 elite three-point shooters on the floor at all times.
That's crazy.
Then you could throw in different looks. Like, I'd say Devo's in there instead of Randall. Like,
Got to bring back Anunoby.
it's number 1.
That is the most important thing you got to do. Like, the most important thing you have to do now is re-sign Anunoby. You win in this league with athletic wings that could do it on both ends.
Yeah.
Hartenstein's gone. You got to go out and get a center that you can depend on. Because that's putting a lot on Robinson's plate when he has kind of shown that he's going to miss time every year. Bridges' shot's a little bit higher than I remembered. I can't believe
You just got another guy.
You got another guy, dude. Knicks don't really have, and they didn't have anyone like him. A long, lengthy wing that could put it on the deck and score from 30.
Yeah, I mean, OG's not doing
OG
stuff like
can't
this.
score off the bounce like Bridges can. Bridges can run your offense when Brunson sits down.
Yeah.
When Brunson sits down, it should be Bridges and Randall on the court. 2-man game.
Yeah, I mean, he could be the primary guy, primary creator.
I'm tired of the game just getting lost when Brunson sits down. And I think with an addition of...
He's big.
Dude, they say he's only 6'6". He looks big.
He's got that super long wingspan.
The NBA might be cooked. The NBA might be cooked.
See. I mean, the Knicks are a top 5 team in the league. They're in that upper echelon. Like
Celtics, Nuggets. Celtics, Nuggets.
Thunder.
I'm taking Knicks over Thunder.
Oh, that's tough.
I'm taking the Knicks over the Thunder, man.
That's tough.
If you bring back Anunoby and Hartenstein, you're better than the Thunder. Now, if they get Hartenstein, that's a little different discussion.
Yeah. He's good.
I mean, Mikal Bridges is a Knick, baby. Incredible. Lord Buddy Bear says, after I get my teeth fixed, I'm getting a Brunson jersey. Then Anunoby if he resigns. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you think I should just push out that Targets video in the morning?
Just do another one at 1.
Yeah, and another one on this. Yeah.
You just do it like draft targets after the trade, and then it's like,
yeah,
big move coming. Talk about them.
Miguel Perez says, what are some of our options for backup point guard? I think Kyle Lowry's got to be at the top of that list. Chris Paul, if he gets his contract not picked up by the Warriors. I've got my eyes circled on Lowry. Because, like, you want Deuce to become that guy.
Yeah. I'm probably picking Arch.
Johnson uses Ryan Dunn a guard or a forward. He's a forward. He's a 6'8", super athlete, lockdown defender, great shot blocker, an elite shot blocker. Offensive game, very limited. Good cutter, can play with his back to the basket a little bit. His jump shot needs to be rebuilt, though. His jump shot needs to be rebuilt. Brian Fitzgerald says, I just ordered a Bridges jersey. What number did you get? Does someone on the Knicks wear number 1?
I was going to say, I don't think so.
I can't believe Mikal. They let this happen. Adam Silver really let this happen.
This is also like, this is Brunson's running mate in college. So like him and Bridges average 18 plus during the same year.
We got stats?
Oh yeah, we got stats.
Fitzgerald says Dunn is great, but I love Holmes. I do like Dayron Holmes as well. Steve, you're not a big Holmes guy, right?
Yeah, not really. I just
He doesn't give you like maybe
don't,
like
I just think his
Stewart.
the type of shots he was taking and making at Dayton, there's just no chance. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. A lot of these guys are just a gamble.
They've been doing it, man. They've been doing it for a while. Like, this is crazy. These two are teammates again. Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart are teammates.
These two, this is one of the greatest college basketball teams of all time.
You were watching them. You think the fit's going to be like easy and seamless or what?
Oh, well, I mean, I think with how Bridges plays, he can fit into any system, and plus you add on just a Villanova connection. Like, I just don't think they're going to miss a beat. It will probably take, just like everything, it'll probably take them time to like hit their peak, but I don't think we'll see a big curve. Randall, that's the curve. How does he mix into all this? How does OG mix into all this offense? Like, that's where it comes to Tibbs. Like, I think the biggest part about being an NBA coach is managing egos and creating that, like, it's all about the team environment. And you got to have guys willing to buy into that. And now it comes down to OG and Randall. Like, it's almost like get out of your feelings. Like, yes, we are clearly making an emphasis on this Nova Knicks thing, but it's worked. Got a chance to win.
Even if, like, Bridges was the same exact player and he went to Duke, doesn't change anything. He's a great basketball fit.
Yes.
And another guy that can get to his spot. Another guy that could score off the bounce. Another guy that can attack closeouts. Above 40% on catch and shoot. Elite from the corners. Has grown tremendously as someone that can attack the basket. He's got good footwork. Plays off two. Transition, pull up threes. Like, this is another 20-point per game scorer that does it in ways that you can't really defend.
It's in the flow of the offense. Like,
yeah, and he's not someone that has to get at the elbow, jab step, needs the ball for 8 seconds every time he touches it. He makes quick moves. He's decisive with it. And, like, I think his defense is a little overrated, like, but he is a good defender. I don't think he's a great defender. I think he's a good defender.
When you just got the size he does, you're going to be a positive, especially playing around other good defenders. Like,
learn from Tibbs a little bit. Learn from OG. Being a better team defense than Brooklyn. Brooklyn probably didn't ask him to be that all-world defender. Go be the initiator on offense. Be an engine. Whereas here, it's like we kind of want you almost to play more that Phoenix Sun role, but don't forget the offensive game that you've evolved into. Like that ultimate connector piece, 3-and-D. Go get your 18, 20 a game.
I bet you the fellas are in the gym tomorrow. They're like, let's go. Like,
what are they saying on that FaceTime?
They're like, I can't believe it. I'm ready to work. Like, let's take advantage of this opportunity.
I feel like Johnson Hughes not a big Mikal Bridges guy.
Let's go throw on the highlights. I bet you will be.
I think he can become like an even better player. Like I don't think he's close to being done as a player.
Yeah, I mean, but you're gonna see just a lot of the same from him though, like with the Knicks.
Like he could take his footwork to another level. Like his handle can improve. Efficiency goes up.
Yeah, that's what's gonna. You would hope would. Well, he's already an efficient guy. Like if he just stays the same, it's still a like great move.
Think DiVincenzo's a little upset. He's kind of that forgotten guy.
Not at all.
Like you can't have 4 people at the post-game press conference. It's only going to be Bridges, Hart, and Brunson.
I bet you.
You know they're already clowning hard about being a backup power forward again.
Yeah, like they have to be just thrilled. I think in a situation like this, like there's going to be a negative of this move, and I don't think Devo's looking at it like that.
That's crazy. Oh my goodness.
Freaking Bridges.
Mikal Bridges. Josh Giddey. Greater than Mikal Bridges.
That's funny.
Mikal Bridges. You are a New York Knick. I can't wait for the season, man.
I know, that's like the biggest kicker of all of this.
It's so
like,
far away.
It's so far away. We're going to be in like week 8 of the football season before we get this.
Is Bridges on Team USA?
No.
Good.
Yeah.
I want my players to have chips on their shoulder working in the gym this offseason. Josh Hart needs to become a good three-point shooter this summer.
Yeah. That's probably what he's working at. Jay Wright told him to.
I'm telling y'all, the Knicks haven't had someone like Bridges before. He is. Please really get back Hartenstein and please get back Anunoby. Please.
OG's a need, Hartenstein's a want.
Yeah, but you're not getting someone like you're. Those are big shoes to fill, man.
Those are.
Who's filling those?
Jericho.
No. The playmaking. The ever-moving offense with him at the 5. With Bridges.
I mean, it's a different feel cutting. Of a team. Like
you can't afford Claxton. Can't afford Claxton. Yeah, Brunson Hartenstein chemistry, man. Obviously, OG's the number 1 priority, but
I would trust in Tibbs.
I don't think I could ever take $20 less million, but Hartenstein, do the right thing, man.
I know.
Do the right thing,
This
homie.
probably makes his decision. He's like let's
you
say
want to be remembered
was,
as an NBA champion from the Thunder or the Knicks?
It's a good point. I mean, I wonder if he was just thinking, like, let's just say he was leaning OKC or whatever, and this goes down. He's just like, oh.
Yep.
Maybe I give this another look. Like the stuff like that. They don't have a guy like that. Even Devo can't do it just because of his height. That's what OG hopes he can do.
Like catch it at the top of the key, put it on the deck twice, fall away, one-legged jumper. Bridges is tough, man. Mikal Bridges is tough. All righty, we're going to sign off on today's show. Major shout out to everybody that pulled up Johnson says, will Devo or Bridges start? If you're serious, it's going to be Bridges. Bridges is your 2 guard. Brunson 1, Bridges 2, hopefully OG 3, Randall 4, and I guess
we got to get to this season.
I guess TBD at the 5.
TBD, yeah. Outro with the new intro. I got you, Bronx boy. Will do. For my man.
Can Randall fit?
It's a question. That's probably what they're thinking about right now. I bet you he's on. I mean, he'll be on the team. What if this last thought here? What if they bring him back? Randall's a effing disaster throughout the first 2 months of the year. He's not efficient. His body language sucks. How quickly would you? Like,
pretty quick.
I bet you the first 2 months of the year. We talk about this is like the all-in move. I think shipping Randall, that's the next decision they're making. And I think they'll give him at least a certain amount of runway during the season. That's where I stand with the Randall thing. But
Ryan Dunn,
Eves
Messi, Tyler Kolek, any of those 3 I'm cool with in the first round tomorrow. Tristan Da Silva, that ain't happening, but all righty. We're out of here. Join us live tomorrow. We'll be live an hour before the draft starts, and we're going to be live an hour for day 2. So watch the shit we put out.
appreciate it, yo.
Mikal Bridges is a Nick. Crazy.
This one's for Brock's boy.